Ball State Sports Link's Third Down Chirp is delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Visit papajohns.com today for more info.
No doubt there were some tense moments at Schumann Stadium Saturday afternoon, but the Cardinals get a big come-from-behind win in the fourth quarter. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another great episode of Third Down Chirp, delivered by Papa John's. I'm your host, Luke Martin, alongside Tyler Bradfield, Zach Hughes. Guys, my heart is still pounding from that game Saturday at Schumann Stadium. What an exciting game for the fans, and, of course, a huge win again for the Ball State Cardinals.
Just a resilient, gutsy win for the Cardinals. Nothing really going their way in the first half. They just found a way to get it done, and it was a great game at Schumann Stadium.
Nail-biter all the way through. They find a way to get a win. The train continues to roll, and what do you know, they're 6-1.
And we're sounding like a broken record. It's like we say that every week. Another exciting win. Well, it means another exciting segment called Sounds of the Game as we relive that great game Saturday afternoon with Tyler Bradfield's calls on Ball State Sports Link Radio 91.3 WCRD.
Afternoon on a beautiful Saturday from Muncie, Indiana. It is homecoming as the Kent State Golden Flashes are in town to take on the Ball State Cardinals. They're going to go with a direct snap as Drew Archer, the typical wide receiver, takes the snap across the 35. Ball comes loose. It's hit at the 40 and recovered by Ball State. Two receivers right. Williams comes wide to the left. Snap to Winning. Steps up left hash. He throws to the back of the end zone. It's batted and tipped. It's intercepted by Kent State, and they'll take a touchback. Keith Winning was picked off in the back of the end zone. Takes the snap. Handoff to Murray. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he bounces off of it to the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown, Anthony Murray. Snap to Winning out of the gun. Throws right. Caught. Jordan Williams on the screen pass to the 10. Williams to the 5. Williams is going to the goal line. Ball pops loose. Who recovered it? Kent State's acting like they have it in the end zone, and they do. Winning takes the snap, pulls away, fakes the handoff, drops the pass. He guns one down the near side, intended for Willie Steed, running to the end zone. Steed reels it in. Touchdown, Ball State. For Reardon, he takes the snap, jumps over the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown. Drew Archer reeled it in on a pass right over the middle. Third down, goal to go from the 2-yard line. Reardon takes the snap, he pulls away, hands it off to Durham, and Durham is stopped to the backfield. 4th and goal to go. They're going to have to try a field goal. Winning from the shotgun, takes the snap, he sets up, he looks, he's got Willie Steed over the middle of the 5. Steed caught it, reeled it in. Touchdown, Ball State. David Fisher, the backup quarterback, takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. Has time. He'll roll out to his right to the 45. Being chased down by Zach Ryan. Ryan dives. He misses. Here's Fisher still on his feet. Then he's thrown out of bounds. He's thrown out of bounds, and Ball State will win. Ball State extends their winning streak to 4 games as they improve to 3-0 in the Mid-American Conference with a 27-24 thrilling victory over Kent State.
The Ball State Cardinals improved to 6-1 for the 8th time in school history with a 27-24 win over the Kent State Golden Flashes. We talk about many milestones that continue to be broken by this Ball State football team this year, and one specific milestone was broken for Coach Limbo Saturday afternoon.
Hey, how about that defense? I think we all know what just happened, right? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't our best, but we found a way to get it done. Okay? All right? Proud of you guys. All right? Let's play a little cleaner game next week. Grab a hand.
offensive coach Lemon for his 100th victory.
And we want to send our congratulations to Coach Limbo on his 100th win. A huge win indeed it was for the Ball State Cardinals. And let's relive that game by going through our opening drive. Zach, let's start with you. What stood out about the win Saturday afternoon?
What stood out about the win Saturday afternoon is Willie Sneed and just his playmaking ability. It seems like anytime Keith Winning needs someone to make a play, go ahead and throw it up to Willie Sneed, and he's going to come down with it. We'll all remember the 4th down touchdown catch to win the game. But how about that 39-yard touchdown grab in double coverage over the shoulder to give Ball State their first score of the first half and go and tied at half, 7-7. But when you look at this game, the 3rd down conversions for Ball State and the 4th down, they had 8 first downs in those situations, 3rd down or 4th down. Willie Sneed caught 5 of those completions. So really, his ability to make plays just stood out to me, and it was a reason Ball State got the win.
This may seem odd to you, but I'm going to say my opening drive is Keith Winning's defense. I know that sounds odd because he's the quarterback and everything, but how about his defense? Because he did throw an interception in the game to Darius Polk. Darius Polk returns it. Keith Winning, rather than hanging his head, no, he goes and makes the tackle at the 1-yard line. That set up a goal line stand that really changed the outlook on the entire game.
And Tyler, Coach Limbo mentioned that in his weekly press conference this week, saying how that really changed the game because if Kid State goes into the end zone and scores, it's a totally different complexion for the rest of the game. For me, though, as we talk about offense every week here, let's give the defense some love. That goal line stand, which Keith Winning allowed the defense to make the play, there's been so many times during the time here at Coach Limbo has been here, and really Ball State football in history, that you cannot say when the defense has a chance to shine, they step up and make the play, and the offense has got to bail them out. Defense has bailed out the offense Saturday afternoon at Schumann Stadium. The goal line stand forcing Kent State to go 3 and out on the first drive of the 4th quarter. And remember Dre Archer, the big guy that gets tons of yards, only had 20 yards on the afternoon. That was huge for the Ball State Cardinals indeed. Well, huge win. Now we got to focus on the Western Michigan Broncos. And as we do that, let's go to our scouting report as we talk to offensive coordinator Rich Skrosky, defensive coordinator Jay Bateman, and we talked to the 2 studs, one on offense and one on defense, and wide receiver Willie Sneed and defensive tackle Nathan Ollie.
I think up front, 55, their nose tackle. I believe he's in his 3rd year as a starter. And I'll tell you what, he is a really dynamic player. They played Northwestern early on. He dominated at Northwestern. And the other thing that stands out, their back end, their secondary. It's an experienced secondary. All these guys now, they played a little different defense with the new staff this year. But I think their corners cover well. They're asking them to play a lot of man coverage. So again, we're going to be challenged.
Their defense is really athletic. They got some players out there, and they're going to come to compete. Even though they haven't won a game, we still respect them because we went to the wire with them last year, and they still have some of the same guys out there. And it's just a different coaching staff. But we're going to come out here on practice and just practice well, and then be able to go out there on Saturday and just execute like we've been doing.
Tailbacks are really talented, and they do a good job of getting in space with screens and outside zone, getting the ball out there where they can make you miss. And then I think the freshman receiver is really good. So I think they take a lot of deep throws. They're not afraid to take one-on-one shots and see if you can defend them. So our secondary's got to be in great shape. And then I think in the run game, we need to stop the run. We need to make it a pass game and then go out there and cover them and see if we can do it.
In the MAC, anything can happen. So you got to stay for another 1-7, 0-7. It's a good team, man. They're a good team. They got some good skill players. Their running back's good, and it's hard to win games. It's hard. It's really hard to win games. So everybody's got to stay focused.
As you could tell, the Ball State Cardinals, they are prepping, scouting this Western Michigan Bronco team as they will try to pick up win number 7 on the season. So let's go to our true experts of the show, and Tyler Bradfield, Zach Hughes. Zach, if they want to pick up that win number 7, how do they do it? Who's the X factor?
Well, the X factor for me is Deshaun Hurley, the safety. He stepped into Martez's Hester's spot due to his injury. And versus Kent State, he led the team with 12 total tackles and 1 fumble recovery. He's just been a playmaker. And it seems if he steps up against Western, That's his starting spot to lose to me. So Deshaun Hurley keeps stepping it up in the defensive secondary.
Well, to me, there's not just one player that needs to step up. There's two, and it's a duo in the backfield in Juwan Edwards and Horatio Banks. They have to step up. We've seen games where Juwan Edwards has stepped up. We've seen games where Horatio Banks has stepped up. But never have we seen them in the same game, both performing at a very high level. If they can do that, this team's going to be hard to beat.
For me, we just talked about the defense earlier in the show, giving the defense some love. Let's give them some more love with defensive tackle Nate Ollie. He's going to be the key for this team. Western Michigan, they are struggling right now. They are winless on the season, which means they're going to be scrappy. They're going to be looking for anything they can get. They are desperate. They want to get that win. It's homecoming in Kalamazoo, which means the defense has got to step up and deliver that knockout punch. And the Western Michigan Broncos, they got to worry about Nathan Ollie because he had 8 total tackles this past weekend with 1.5 total tackles for loss. Nathan Ollie, look out for him. He's going to be big for the Ball State Cardinals this weekend. Well, we had so much fun on the show with the fans going out and asking a coach and a player a question. We're going to do it again. And here are some Ball State students with questions for some Ball State football players and coaches.
My question's for Willie Snead, and I want to know what his favorite dance move to bust out at the nighttime is.
Dance move. I'll probably do a little jig or something, you know. I'll just probably get a little lean and stuff, you know. I'm not much of a dancer. I'm not the dancing type, but, you know, I like to have fun.
Hi, my question is for Coach Bateman. I just want to know why every time I see you on Third Down Chirp, your hair always looks so great.
It's a 2-year-old baseball hat, but it does look good though, Luke. I'll give him credit for that.
Hi, my question's for Nate Ollie, and I was just wondering if the squad had an eating competition, who would win?
We eat some pizza, some chicken. Man, that's hard. Let me see. I'm going to have to say me. I like to eat. I have to say I'll probably win the eating competition because I like to eat.
My question is for Coach Krosky. What is your pre-game hype-up song?
My biggest before-game relaxation is read, to be honest with you. The music, before a game, never was like that either. So reading is what kind of puts me in my zone, get me ready for a game. So I apologize to the fan.
Always great to see the fans with those great questions. I think they're better questions than we asked the players for Scouting Report out there at the Truman Stadium. But we want to thank all of the fans asking those questions, but also the players and coaches playing along. All right, the final drive here, fellas, the prediction for the game in Kalamazoo. Zach, who do you have coming out on top? Does Western Michigan get their first win?
Western Michigan is winless on the season right now, guys, 0-7. And so unless Ball State completely drops the ball and can't do anything, I got Ball State in a rout, 52-14.
You know they have a saying up there, row the boat, and it hasn't been rowing lately, and I think Ball State's going to continue to excel, and I think they'll get the victory 39-20.
Wow, as you can tell, not a lot of respect for those Western Michigan Broncos here on the set, so I have Ball State winning 49-10, so that's a lot of respect to Western Michigan. They are winless. They're going to be scrappy. They're going to want to get a win on homecoming. This is not the week to do it. I think the Ball State Cardinals, they are playing well. How will Ball State handle this test? I think that's going to be the biggest question mark. And Zach Hughes, if they lose this game, they're going to have to drop the ball a lot, and that would be a lot. So once again, that does it for this great episode of Third Down Chirp delivered by Papa John's. Remember, you can find us on Facebook for all the updates on Ball State football and Ball State athletics. Just search Ball State Sports Link, and to follow Third Down Chirp specifically, we are on Twitter at Third Down Chirp, and also for the updates on Twitter for Ball State athletics, follow at BSU Sports Link. For our great producers and Alex Seitz and Drew Adamson, for Zach Hughes, Tyler Bradfield, I'm Luke Martin saying so long, and we'll talk to you next week.